in my opinion, Spider-Man Far From Home was a huge step up from Spider-Man Homecoming, but it was just, honestly, it was delivered better. It had a better villain, it had a better storyline, and honestly, that end credit scene killed it. But guys, let's get into it. Stacks here, and I'm doing my completely uninterrupted, just gonna let it flow, see what happens, talk about Spider-Man Far From Home. So first of all, I gotta say, if you didn't like Spider-Man Homecoming, you're probably not gonna like this. If you love Spider-Man Homecoming, you're gonna think this is absolutely amazing. It's gonna blow your mind. But it was a good movie. The villain was good. Spider-Man is good in it. If you like Tom Holland, then I mean, good for you. I enjoy Tom Holland as Spider-Man, this younger teenage angst Spider-Man having the weight of the world on him. And I thought they did a really good job of that in this movie. If you go back to Homecoming, the Spider-Man was completely focused on being a hero. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to be a superhero. And in this movie, it's kind of the opposite. He's been superheroing so much that he's ready for a break. He's ready to just be a kid and go on a summer vacation and try to hook up with the girl he loves and or likes, I guess, at the time. I don't know. Get into all the teen angsty stuff, but just wanting to go date the girl he likes. So, it's a very good. I mean, you get it. He's a teenager. He's emotional. He has all this responsibility, and he's not quite ready for it yet. Mysterio in this, Jake Gyllenhaal killed it. I mean, absolutely fabulous. I thought he nailed it. I think there's kind of two different experiences going on in the theater. Everybody that's a comic book fan is walking in going, "You don't trust Mysterio." Period. It's like, you don't do it. He's the master of illusion. He's not just some dude. He's kind of a big deal. And then you have like the nobody fans who are the fans who have no comic book background or don't know who Mysterio is or walked over and like, "Oh wow, he's like Doctor Strange and Iron Man together. It's great." No, man, it ain't. And so I think you had two different sets of people in the theater. So when he makes the big reveal that he's a bad guy, it was like, there's like a gasp. It's like, you guys did. It's Mysterio. Come on, you should have known. And but Jake Gyllenhaal killed it. I have to say his name twice every time because I say it wrong the first time. He killed it, man. He did great in that. The scene where he kind of does the cheers and all that was kind of whack, but it could have been worse. The walking through the movie itself, the way they dealt with the Endgame fallout, how they discussed it, how they were talking about the shelter there, the fee shelter that Aunt May works in. It was actually established to help with people who were displaced and homeless because of the snap. I thought that was pretty cool because, I mean, that's one of the things I was thinking about is you had half the world's population just show back up, and that's going to create a whole bunch of problems on all kinds of different, food, market, housing. I mean, even Aunt May's story about how when she came back, like she's in an apartment with two people and it's a husband and wife, and the wife is accusing the husband of having a girlfriend or whatever, and it's kind of funny. Another great part of this movie is watching after the betrayal, after Mysterio has gone and he's after Peter Parker, and after he does his first round on him, if you will, when he takes and basically gets hit by the train. He completely messed with Peter Parker's, where he didn't know who or what to trust, and I thought that was done so well. The part where Mysterio is just running him through the gauntlet, and Peter doesn't know how to react. Well, in his mind, Nick Fury shows up, shot Quentin Beck, and he's dead. And Nick Fury is asking him, "What do who else did you tell?" And Peter Parker doesn't catch it right away, ends up blurting it out, and suddenly his friends, he's just giving that information directly to Mysterio and didn't realize it. And that comes into play later where Peter just doesn't know who to trust. And go back maybe a little bit before that. Why would you give a guy that you barely know glasses to run pretty much to be that, you know, insta-kill kind of satellite technology, and you're just going to be like, yeah, man, you take it. That didn't seem like a good idea. Not at all. The scenes with the elementals I thought looked amazing. I thought it looked really cool. The fight scenes were incredible. Even the last one. I'm usually not big into the final giant CGI fight at the end of a movie, but this one worked. The Spider-Man having to deal with all these drones, and it was pretty cool. I could have done without the doing air quotes here, Peter Tingle, the Spidey senses and what they're calling it in the MCU now. I think it's stupid. It started out, or there were people claiming that I was on like 1 or 2 times that they called it that. They called it that repeatedly throughout the movie. Spidey senses is now the Peter Tingle, and that's retarded. Just stop it. Besides that, I didn't care anything about Ned and his girl. I know it's just comedic backdrop, but Happy and May, I didn't care. Didn't matter. I did think Happy was really good in this movie. I thought his character really stepped up for Peter in a lot of ways, which I thought was really cool. I mean, not only is he actually being a mentor, but apparently he's going to be his new Uncle Ben. Probably also worth noting that I didn't feel like I had an agenda driven down my throat during this movie. It was the stuff with Ned and his girlfriend was funny. It was almost poking fun at that kind of relationship. I didn't everything that came from MJ in this one, she was kind of snarky and annoying in the first one. This one, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of more her personality using it as a defense kind of thing is how it came across. And I thought that whatever her name is, I can't remember. I thought she was really likable in this. I honestly didn't have a problem with any of the acting, other than some Nick Fury stuff, which I guess I can go ahead and get to the end credit piece. The final scene, by the way, absolutely awesome. Quentin Beck tries the last trick and ends up not working and ends up dying there on the floor, which is unfortunate. But of course, we know in the end credit scenes he left a gift for Peter Parker, and that's basically he leaks the information of a fake video of him murdering Mysterio, and then also reveals that his name is Peter Parker. And that absolutely flips the MCU upside down as far as Spider-Man as a central figure and he's now essentially a criminal, or at least an international criminal. And J. Jonah Jameson looks beautiful in this. They did it. I was so happy. The other part is the second one was Nick Fury and the Skrulls, and that one just I'm interested to see what Nick Fury is doing in space with a bunch of Skrulls, but I'm not really buying the hype on this. Skrulls are the good guys now. But Nick Fury being a Skrull during this movie explains a lot, like why it seemed like he was off a step in the movie. Like his presence wasn't there. He's getting kind of punked by Happy. He's I don't know. He didn't come off very Nick Furious, and then you find out that it was a Skrull, so I guess it kind of makes sense. I mean, he did have a couple cool moments, but I mean, he didn't Nick Fury all day long, you know what I mean? But of those two end credit scenes, one of them excited the heck out of me, and the other one just kind of made me roll my eyes and be like, I don't know if I want to be in there for that. But with Peter Parker having his identity revealed, what that means for those individuals like Scorpion from Homecoming who were basically already after him. They were trying to find out who he was, and now it's out there on the news that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So overall, I do recommend the movie. I do think you should go see it. I do think you should, well, heck, if you're watching this, you probably already have. But I'd rate it pretty high as far as MCU movie goes. I really did enjoy it. I didn't have any I had like one kind of out loud laugh. That's on the Captain America shield scene where Happy tries to throw the the shield and it just kind of clunks to the floor, and I thought that got me for some reason. I thought Tom Holland's acting was awesome in this, especially his emotional scenes, feeling the loss of Tony and stuff. So definitely a recommend. Go watch it. I'll be picking it up on Blu-ray probably when it comes out as well, and probably go take my wife to see it. She wasn't able to go today because of some stuff that popped up last minute. But and comparing this to the Raimi Spider-Man, I don't know that this beats Spider-Man 2 as far as that's a tall. I'll have to go back and rewatch it and just maybe redo it in my head and see where it falls out. But I did enjoy it. I do think it's worth watching. Go see it if you haven't already. And tell me what you think. Tell me what I missed. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course leave a comment below. Everything you do helps me level up in this game of YouTube, helps me out in the algorithm, helps ultimately the video to be seen by more people, which, you know, is awesome, and I appreciate it. Guys, that's all I got. Real Comic Stacks out.